What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, my YouTube family? So, if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Jarrell Henderson, and tonight we are going to do a live. We are doing a live FAQ, frequently asked questions on event spaces, and so I'm gonna run through all of the frequently asked questions for event spaces, and I'm gonna run through them right now. All right. So what I want you to do, I just introduced myself. My name is Jarrell. So if this is your first time tuning in, creating habits, listen. What I talk about on the channel is event spaces, entrepreneurship, it's transparency, my life, weight loss, how to make money, digital products. Talk about a ton of different things. But tonight we're going to go over the top frequently asked questions. I got a lot of questions that I'm going to go through. I got about 20 questions, 10 to 15, 20 questions, something like that, to go through to answer about event spaces. This is going to be like a masterclass slash FAQ part two. What I want you to do and what I need you to do right now though is, this is your first time tuning in, I need you to subscribe, one. Then two, I need you to go ahead and smash the like button. I need you to like, and share, comment, all that. So let's jump right into it. The first question I got here, and I'm gonna be looking at my laptop. The first question that I got here is, how profitable is an event space? This is a fun question, right? Because it really 100% depends on you. But let's put it like this: you can easily make an extra $5,000 a month once you get your event space. So an extra $5,000 per month easily once you get your event space. Now, a lot of people, you get people online, you see them and they're talking about, well, you make 10 to 40,000 and all this a month with your event space. Yes. Is that capable? Is that possible? Yes. But the reason why I start at the number like 5 is because, for one, I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Most of the time when you get into entrepreneurship, you're trying to go all the way to the end, and the end number being, 40K, 50K, or whatever. And you got to start somewhere. And so if you focus so much on the end, you'll never start, you'll never begin. So what I want you to understand is that, yes, you can make those higher numbers, but I want you to focus on like a more attainable number first when you first start out with this business. So an extra $3,000 after everything's said and done. Do you realize what meaning after you pay all of your bills, your rent or your mortgage for the space, all your utilities, your insurance, and you still make $3,000 extra? Like that's an extra $36,000 a year. Can that change your life? An extra $36,000 a year? That could change your life, right? I believe it could. I believe it could. And so what you got to realize is that yes, you can make, 40, 50, you can make, millions in a year, depending on what sort of event space that you get, venue, whatever it is, what's the niche. So like maybe you do weddings. If you do weddings, you're going to see more money. I'm letting you know that. If you do weddings, you're going to see more money. People spend 20, 30, 40, $50,000 on their weddings. A lot of that money goes to the venue and to the event planner. So if you do weddings, you're going to make a lot of money. If you do like concerts or live events, you're going to make a lot of money. If you do ticket events, you're going to make a lot of money. If you do retirement events, you're going to make a lot of money. If you do like niche events like prom send-offs, you're going to make a lot of money. If you do themed like the milestone birthday party, so like the 16s, the 18s, the 21s, the 25s, the 30s, the 35s, the 40s, the 45s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, you do a lot of those milestone birthday events, you're going to make a lot of money. Especially when you get upwards of that 30 plus, because now, like, I feel as though like when people hit 30, they really come into some really like I'm talking more so for like the millennials. They really get into the mode where they're seeing some better income. Like in your 20s, you got a little bit of money, but I see so many memes about, man, in my 20s, I feel like I was broke. And me personally, I'm not in my 20s anymore, but like, I ain't gonna say I felt like I was broke in my 20s, but it was like, it wasn't a consistent cash flow thing all the time. But like as you get older, your income is a lot more consistent. So it's like you're going to be willing to spend a little bit more on yourself. So how profitable can an event space be? It depends on you, but you can easily do an extra $60,000 in a year. That may be what you make now. So can you imagine doubling your salary? All right. Well, the next question up is how much do event spaces make? I just broke that down. It all depends. But what I will break down with that question is that for the different types of events. Oh yeah. And right now, I'm going to put it in the I don't know why it's not popping up. I don't know why it's not popping up. But the chat is supposed to be here. But basically, you can do for like a wedding, you can, like I just gave the numbers, you can charge, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. For intimate wedding, say you have a smaller event space, for a more intimate event space, you're still looking at about $5,000, $3,000, $8,000. For these milestone events and parties, you're looking at, if they're fully decorated, you're looking at $2,000, $3,000 for those. That's just for one event. Let's say your rent is what mine is, $1,500 a month. So you just doubled your rent off of one event, and you still got, 29 or 30 days left in a month or whatever, depending on the month. So it's like, it's crazy. Like the amount of money that you can make from one event, like crazy, right? So, let's see. Cause I'm looking at a long list of questions. I want to answer the quickest ones first. Let's see. How to get your event space. This one keeps coming up, right? This one keeps coming up a lot. So I'll give you how to get your event space in like 3 simple steps, all right? Now, for one, I want everybody to go get my event space blueprint. You can check on the last video or check my last videos, hop off this live, come right back to the live, but download my event space blueprint, all right? But I'm gonna give you a couple steps. Go ahead and how you get your event space very quickly, all right? How do you get it very quickly? All right, we need to go get real estate agents to do all the legwork for us, all right? Then after that, we already need to have our LLC and our EIN. We already need to have those things. You already need to have that. You already need to have a business plan, all right? You need your LLC, your EIN, and you already need to have a business plan, all right? Then you need to get a real estate agent to do all the legwork for you. Then you need to go out and you need to be Googling properties, commercial properties for rent or for lease, depending on what you're looking to do. Then you need to be patient with this process because it's going to take anywhere from depending on what type of money you got, it's going to take and credit, it's going to take anywhere from 2 weeks all the way up to as long as 6 months. Depending on the demand for property in your area, depending on the real estate in the area, everything. So all of these things are going to play a factor, but you have to, the biggest piece out of everything, I just really honestly broke down how you get it like fast. The key to that is, in getting your event space is that you have to be patient. You just got to be patient. Like a lot of people aren't patient. Like you have to be patient. I'm very much a believer in when it's your time, it will happen. So you got to be patient. Another question that we get is that what is the best square footage, or what is the best looking event space? Like how should it be set up to get bookings? So basically what you want to do to set your event space up to get bookings is that you really just want to make sure it's clean. You really want to get people in the door. You really want to get people in the room so they can see it. Like too often you can't just post flyers and expect people to get the feel for it. Like I've literally had people tell me, like from looking at a flyer or a video, oh, your space looks too small. But the video and the flyer is not going to give it that real depth. When they get in my location, they're like, oh, I thought it was too small at first. And I'm like, yeah, I know you did, because the pictures and the video don't do it any justice. It's 2,000 square feet, 2 separate rooms on one side of the building, right? And then on the other side, there's individual rooms, right? So it's like, can you honestly say that that's too small? So we have to get we got to get the people that we want to book our space. We got to get them in the room. We got to get them in the room. Like, physically bring them to see the space. Do not think that, oh, I'm going to send them this picture, this video, and they're going to get it. No, get them in the room, have them set up a showing. Now, the key here is to get multiple people in the room at once. Don't waste your time, especially if your space is far away from you. I already answered that, how to start it. I already answered that. What are some small event space ideas? All right, let's answer that question. So with a smaller event space, for all the people that don't have a big budget and they got to get something at around now, for one, I only recommend getting spaces 1,000 square feet to 3,000 square feet. Anything other bigger than that, I don't like. To start out with, if this is your first time with this business, I don't want to say I recommend it, right? But what I want to do is that I'm looking for my shades, man. Light's getting bright. But what I want to do, like, for small event space ideas is that you can turn that into a niche market, right? Turn that into a niche. So now you only do themed intimate events. After COVID, who wants to, after, like, COVID is still going around, but like you rarely hear about it, right? And just a year ago, it was like we were still on lockdown. So it's like nobody really still, even you still got a nice amount of people that are like, don't want to be in large rooms with people. So if you got a smaller venue, put intimate. Like, the name of your venue should be whatever, intimate venues. Now, not the name of your LLC, the name of your venue. Okay, I hope y'all catch that one. So the name of your venue should be intimate whatever. So now you're letting your target market know, your avatar, which is your ideal client. Now you're letting them know what it is that you do in a very specific way. Y'all, my chair creaking. All type of mess going on here. So now you're letting them know exactly what you do in a specific way by niching down. So now with this smaller venue, you can do primarily, like, I rock out a small venue with all types of paint and sips, because it's just something about people want to be packed into a smaller space. I don't know what that's about, but it's just something about that. Now I'm having exclusive invite only art gallery shows where you got to pay, like I'm getting nothing but local artists, and I'm hyping it up though. But the key to that is they're hyping it up too. Doing free events, you know what I mean? Like, it's a ton of different things that you can do with this smaller event venue, right? So that question is out the way. All right. Should I rent or buy an event space? That's an easy one. Rent. But you got to do what's best for you. But in my opinion, renting is better, especially if this is your first business, because of you're not locked in. You may be locked into a lease, but you're not locked into a mortgage. All right. Let's see. Are event spaces like Airbnb? That's another question. Are event spaces like Airbnb? Yes and no. In terms of the cash flow, yes. I know a lot of people who run Airbnbs and make a ton of money. I know a lot, and then with event space, you can make a lot of money. But in terms of like the concept of it, it's rental arbitrage. So you rent out a location, and then you rent that location that you rented out to other people that pay you to make money. So yes, they're like Airbnbs in that aspect. The only difference, and the reason I like event spaces better than Airbnb, is because With an event space, you're only in my space for 4 hours and I'm still getting that same amount of money. So with an event space versus like with an Airbnb, maybe your Airbnb for a day is $100. In an event space, if somebody's in your event space for a day, they're not even in it for an entire day. They're in it for 4 hours. Then you can get multiple people in that same venue for 4 hours. I mean, within a day, you can get 2 to 3 events in that same venue. Um, and each event you're charging $100 an hour. Now I know Airbnbs, some Airbnbs go for 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. But these are also mansions as well. But your event space to do that same thing. So like is no knock to Airbnbs. I think it's a great model. But if you don't want to do Airbnbs, do an event space. If you do want to do Airbnbs and do an event space, do them both. If you can get an event space in a building, if you can get a 203K loan and which is a rehab loan, and then you can go and buy a property that you have the event space at the bottom and the rental units at the top, you turn all the rental units into Airbnbs, and then when they come into town, and if they know people in that town, they can host a party downstairs in the event space instead of hosting it in the Airbnb. So that's what I like when I think about both of those businesses together. Just gave you a play. Let's see. It's so many questions, y'all, and I'm just scrolling. I'm just kind of just scrolling through this list. I'm just really just scrolling through this list. So I get this question a lot. If it's a lot of like for specifically, and I get it from a lot of people in Georgia, I hear a lot of people talking about, well, it's too many people. Is it good to get in a city that's really busy? Yes. If it's a high demand of event spaces, all you got to do is, if it's a high demand of anything, do people ask yourself this? When you see a car or your car, you've seen your car, other people with your car. Did that stop you from getting your car? Almost, but it didn't, because you got the car. So don't let other people with event spaces stop you in your city from getting yours, because all you have to do is separate yourself from those people. So that means you have to find your specific niche. What are you going to be known for that nobody else is known for? And that thing is what's going to take you to the next level with your business. And that should be applied to any level of business. It's all about, what are you going to be known for as the individual? As the individual, what are you known for? As the individual, what are you known for? What are you going to do? Who are you going to do it for? What's going to make you special? So specifically, the question was geared to, like, could I still get an event space in like the Atlanta metro area, or the Atlanta area period, or Georgia period, right? And I was like, yeah, it's like hundreds of event spaces in the Chicagoland area. Why not? All right. All right. All right. Event spaces. Okay. Yeah. Boom. That's the question. I'll answer that question. It asks, can you still have an event space if you don't offer some sort of catering service? Yes, of course. You can get the food. You can have your clients bring the food. You can get a vendors list. Like, the thing is, do not focus on, and this is where I see so many people make mistakes when they start any business, but especially with this event space thing. They're trying to go out and get tables, chairs, all the decor, and all these things. It's not about how, it's about who. You're going out spending a ton of money that you might not even have, when you can go to somebody who already got this stuff, partner with them, and then worry about getting it later. That's all you do. Go to somebody who already got the stuff, partner with them, and then get your money on, and then you'll get that money on the back end. Um, so why, this is another question. Why are venues important for events? Venues are important. So this is why, this is a good one for like why you should even start this business. The reason why it's important for an event is because you got to realize that people always are going to have birthdays. People always are going to, like, concerts aren't going to stop. Birthdays aren't going to stop. Retirement parties aren't going to stop. Proms probably aren't going to stop. Karaoke nights aren't going to stop. Wine events are not going to stop. Art galleries are not going to stop. All of these things are not going to stop. And you know why they're not going to stop? Because people like celebrating. People enjoy gathering in one space and celebrating a situation, something that's happened. So that's why venues are important, which is why you should get you one. If you live in like one of those cities where people are always doing something in the town, but instead of doing it at a location, they're scrambling and doing it at the YMCA, or they're doing it at a hotel, listen, go get the space and you're gonna make you some money. Let's see. I'm gonna get a couple more questions in here. All right, it's another one. Do you need an event space with a kitchenette? Not technically. Not technically. Because you got to realize that, like, what a kitchenette really is, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, not technically. They can bring the food and set it up and set the burners under it. And then if they got a if you got like a regular sink, cool. Like, you don't need that. It's cool to have it if you got a kitchen or a kitchen. It's cool to have that type of stuff, but you don't need it. Like, what you need is walls and a bathroom. You need walls in the walls and a bathroom. That's what you need. All the other stuff is just an add-on bonus. All the other stuff is just add-on bonus. Now, some of this stuff you can get added later. You can get a sink, a commercial wash sink built out later, or added in later. Once you get some money in the door, focus on getting the thing and making the money, and then do the add-ons later. You get overwhelmed, and then when you get overwhelmed, you don't do anything. So I need you to just focus on starting. Let's see. All right, which is better, baby showers or bridal showers? I think that when you look at, I think they're both great events, but like, if you look at it from an aspect of like the money, they're both gonna pay really, really well. I think it's just a preference. Like, I think that you should have like one or two events that, like, at least one solid event that you're known for, because now you're in a niche, and it's super important to be in a niche, because when you're in a niche, you're separated from everybody else. So, and then niches bring riches, so they say. And then now, if you're known for this specific thing, it's easier for you to make a certain amount of money. So, yes, niches are important. And bridal showers or birthday or baby showers, either one, do both. And then I see this a lot. I get this a lot. Can I start an event space business in like Canada or like the UK? Yes. Why not? Are like don't everyone doesn't all the people over there in the country that you live in, don't they have birthdays? So if they do, don't they have babies? Yes. They have birthdays, yes. They retire from jobs, yes. They have milestones, yes. They like music, yes. Yes, you can have an event space there. So those are some of the questions I want to answer tonight. It's a real quick FAQ. It's like I was picking from a list of like 50 questions. And I just wanted to answer them real quick. And I didn't realize I had been on it so long. But listen, y'all, make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, and you share the content out. Listen, I'm on the road to 1,000,000 subscribers, but we gotta get to 1,000 first. I gotta get to 1,000 first, and I need your help doing it. So like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that. And if you want more content about event spaces, period, get my event space blueprint. It's at www.coursegeneral.com/event space blueprint. That's it. And it gives you the 6 mistakes to avoid, and it gives you tips on starting your space. And so like this video, I broke down the frequently asked questions. And it was like a list of 50 questions. I didn't go through all 50. I went through like 5 or 6. I kind of picked out some. But I mean, everybody has the ability to get an event space. And I think like if you look at it compared to like Airbnb, the business models are a lot similar. The only difference is that with an event space, people are not spending a night in your property, and you still can make the same amount of money from one day that you would for a venue. I mean, for like someone staying over. The difference is from an event space to Airbnb though. Like Airbnb, people can stay for multiple days. Event space, people are that same person not staying for multiple days, but that same person can refer multiple people to your event space. That's another thing I want to just give y'all a straight up tip. Create a referral program for your venue. Create a referral program. If you're struggling with getting bookings, incentivize people to book. So listen, if you're on this live right now, like the video, and no, you don't have to be at the event space to let the client inside at all. As I was saying, as you like the video, make sure if you on the video, make sure you like the video. That's gonna help. Make sure you share the video out. So what you want to do to answer, really go in depth with that question. No, you don't have to be at the space. You can get a lockbox. You can get a camera system. You can get the little Ring camera. You can get a bunch of different things, and to let the person in. You can hire an attendant. Like I have some mentees that they have actual people that work for them at their locations. So it's a lot of different things that you can do. But I do recommend the first couple events when you first get the business that you do let the people in, that you in order before you automate. Everybody wants to get the business and just jump right to automation, and you can't. You have to know what it feels like to do the thing. So then when you hire someone, no one can cheat you and say, yo, it takes 3 hours to clean up when you cleaned up for it. You've cleaned up the location for by yourself, and they have a team of 2 or 3 people. How is it taking them 3 hours and it only took you an hour? So you have to do some things before you decide to automate. So you have to work the business to know how the business works. So then you can automate the business. So no, you don't need to be there overall, but I do recommend the first couple of times you be there just to get a feel for it. But definitely get the camera system installed. Definitely get a Ring, get a lockbox. Yeah, I see a lot of people. Like I was just at an event space yesterday. It's an event space, it's a dance studio, and basically to enter it, they had a lockbox, and they had like 2 cameras in there. That's it, a lockbox and 2 cameras, and it's not in the quote unquote best neighborhood, so you don't need a lot, but you do want to have some sort of camera system so you can keep a track record of what's going on. If you got any other live questions for me right now, go ahead and ask them before I hop off the live. If you got any other questions, type them, ask them. You know, go ahead, and I can answer them. No other questions? No other questions? You ain't got no other questions? If you type it in the chat, I'll answer it real quick. I'm gonna stay on for a couple more minutes. I wanna, cause I didn't answer most of these questions on this live. Do I need a surround sound system? No, no. You can get one speaker, and that can be it. You can get one speaker. See, a lot of that type of stuff is like once you get further along, like sure you can get all of that, but like you got to think of the word need. The needs for the event space is just really the event space. Everything else is an add-on. So like if you don't have Wi-Fi in there, a lot of people are like, man, I gotta have Wi-Fi. Why? People still gonna book. If you book in the space, you should have internet on your phone. I ain't trying to hear you don't. So a lot of stuff is just an add-on. You don't have to have a surround sound system, but you do want to have some sort of stereo. If you're gonna have an event where it's gonna primarily be like adult events for an older crowd, have a speaker there, and also keep in mind that they're gonna probably hire a DJ anyway. So like all of these things make a difference, but you don't have to have like full out surround sound system unless that's what you want. Like unless that's what you want, it'd be nice. It's nice to have, and they have the wiring going in each room. Like I have like on one side of the event space, it's 2 separate rooms. So that'd be nice, you know, but we just have one speaker, and that one speaker is loud enough for it, but it's like an actual, like, you know, like party speaker. Like we spent like, it was actually a housewarming gift, but I know the speaker goes for like anywhere from $250 to like $400, but you get the speaker and it's cool. All of those 2 things are 100% on you. That's 100% on you. There's no like set answer for that. That's 100% on you. I like it's 100% on you. Like 110% on you. Like the cancellation policies, the deposit is 100% on you. What you want to charge. Now me, I do 50% because I need you to be serious about booking here. And then it's a 50% non-refundable deposit for me. Some people do $75. Some people do $100. I just think it's a waste of your time though. Because if you charge $800 for the event total, and then you only charge them $75 to hold the date, the person most of the time, if they booking and saying they can afford the $75 and the $800, they probably won't miss $75 if they for whatever reason, but they'll miss the $400. So I want you to be locked in, because you got to realize that if you hold the date for somebody and they cancel on you the day of, now you might be refunding them their money back, and you're losing money because not because you refunded them, but because you don't have anybody in the venue. See, you make the real money in the venue when other people come to the events for the person who's having the event. We get like all these bookings not from the people that book the event or from the advertisement, but we get them from the people that come in, because once people are in the room and they see it decorated, now they're like, yo, I want this. So you got to keep in mind, amateurs make money on the front end, experts make money on the back end. So you want to be an expert and you want to make money on the back end. So you know what I'm gonna do? I don't know if you got my blueprint already, but if you do got my event space blueprint already, and if you didn't catch it, like go on one of my last videos, and it's definitely there, and I'll make sure I put it in this video. But if you got it already, make sure that you check all your email folders. I'm actually gonna do a class this weekend, and I'll be shooting out an email for that class. Check your email folders for that class. I'm gonna do an event space class this weekend, like a full class, like like a full class. Like I'm doing a full class on event spaces, like everything that you want to know, showing the layout of what a business plan should be, the like a 5-step business plan, a 7-step business plan, talking to showing some of the credit card companies that you can get, showing like a bunch of different stuff just on event spaces period, and like running a business. But I'm gonna do that class this weekend. But definitely you want to have an event space blueprint so you can get access to the class. And if you and all you got to do is check all your email folders, be on the lookout for the email that should be going out Saturday for the class, because I believe the class is on Sunday. I got to check back with my people, but you're gonna get it. Just make sure you're checking all email folders. Like check all email folders, and if you do get the blueprint, all you need to do is the email that the blueprint came from, add that to your contact list so you can always get the emails that I send you. I send you a bunch of tips and tricks on getting the event space and being successful in the business. So I didn't intend to be on this live for this long. I hope I answered your questions. And man, make sure you like this live. You get value from it. Make sure you share it. Make sure you comment. Like I said, we're on a road to 1 million subscribers, but we gotta get to 1,000 first. And honestly, y'all, I want to shoot a lot of content in my event space, but the service there isn't that great. The service there isn't that great for my space. Like, so I want to shoot so much content for sure, no problem. I want to shoot so much content. I'm gonna start shooting more content. I just set up my office though, so it's like I gotta like shoot the content in here because I can set up my office. But I'm gonna get back to shooting like a lot of our videos and stuff inside of my space. Yeah, because I like shooting in my space, and I'm probably going to go ahead and set up the podcast studio in the space too. Yeah, because it's gonna be lit. So yeah, peace and blessings to y'all. Y'all know what we doing. We creating habits around here. Go out and get your event space. Go out and be an abundant. Go out and live an abundant life. And man, I hope to see you in the class. Be on the lookout. This is how you get in the class. If you're watching this after tonight, go download the event space blueprint. Check all folders. You're going to see something about a class this Sunday. In a couple days. This Sunday, I'm going to do a class. All right. So see you this Sunday for class. Probably going to be in the morning. Probably going to be in the early morning hours. Might even be before. I know some people go to church. Might even be before church. I might get it in real early on Sunday to get y'all this game. And it's going to be a nice long class. So make sure you got time for it. It's going to be in the morning. It's going to be at night. But it's going to be nice and lengthy. So I will see y'all on Sunday. Get in the class. And I'll just see you on the tube. Peace.